Hey guys, another quick one from us this week. I've been grinding Hailey, you've been grinding Hailey, everyone's probably grinding Hailey except for that one guy on Reddit who got it done in like 3 days. But with this being the first full rotation of Reactors in Season 1, it doesn't matter if you have Hailey yet, you should probably look towards grabbing some of her Reactors this week, and there's a few really good ones. So welcome back to our weekly PSA guide series. If you haven't seen one of these before, it's pretty much a weekly breakdown of the best rotating farms in the first Descendant. We cover some of the best reactors for certain Descendants and the best places and ways to farm them every week. We'll also be sure to let you know of any changes or patches that may affect how you play throughout the week. So this week we're mainly going to want to be farming for Hailey, Lepic and Viessa. There's also a few more casual and less optimised builds for our non-attribute Descendants. If you're looking for a Thunder Cage or other general round weapon reactors for someone like Ajax, Kyle or Yujin, this is a pretty great week. Enduring Legacy, Thunder Cage and Excava are all pretty decent weapons that work well with more general mobbing builds. They may not be the absolute best choices in some of high-end situations in the game, but they're definitely good to grab. Okay, so having said that, let's jump right into it. Hailey has both Dimension and Singular skills, and you're looking for chill, general rounds and tech reactors for mobbing builds with her first ability. She's also looking for high power rounds and singular reactors for bossing and sniper builds. So far, we're still pretty early into her build crafting, but the current meta seems to be running a high-powered sniper, the best being Afterglow sword. So both of these reactors are available this week, which is perfect. Now is the best time to grab one of these quickly to save yourself from having to farm these from world drops later on. Both of these reactors are dropping in the Fortress this week, with General Rounds and Dimension dropping in the Aurora Forest. The best mission here is probably Snowy Heights, a supply mission. I'm personally really excited about Hailey's mobbing potential, so I'm hunting for chill or dimension boost ratios and probably skill cost or skill down as my minor attributes. The big reactor, high power and singular, is dropping in the Frozen Valley. The command relay mission here hits 2 birds with 1 stone really, with tons of enemies and plenty of elites. These elites drop polyatomic iron particles, which are used for crafting energy activators. So far for the sniper build, I'm pretty sure the best options for secondary attributes will be singular boost ratio and skill crit damage or chance. I'm not too sure at the moment how Hailey's ultimate weapon and crit scaling works, although it may be the same as Glaze Massacre and just used her base crit skill ratio. Regardless, crit damage boosts should still be the best option, especially given that Enzo's crit boost should give Hailey a DPS boost. So next up for Lepic, his bossing build reactor is finally back in rotation. Nazeistra's Devotion is still the best weapon to use for Lepic's 4th ability, and as such, we're looking for fire, impact rounds, and tech skills. It's been a few weeks since these were targeted, so now is a great time to go grab one. The hatchery region of White Knight Gulch is dropping these this week, with the best mission being the upper hatchery composite. We covered it last time this reactor was in rotation, but the reason why this one is so good is because of the mod Sharp Precision Shot, which has the best scaling on impact round weapons. Overall, it ramps up faster and gives much higher DPS than any alternative. So now that she's not the only chill Descendant, Viessa will be having a slightly harder time farming reactors from now on, with the drop pool being expanded to suit Hailey as well. But I'm happy to report that this week is absolutely stacked for Viessa, with 3 reactors for a variety of builds. Her Blizzard builds have both options covered, with general rounds and tech dropping in the mountaintops in the White Knight Gulch. Best mission here is probably the Border Line of Truth, which also drops advanced neural components for crystallization catalysts. There's also special rounds and tech reactors for those Greg's or Secret Garden builds that are dropping in the Converter facility in the Fortress. Any of these missions work, although I generally prefer farming the Giant Hangar. On both of these, I'm farming for tech boost ratio and skill cooldown. Now, for other Viessa builds with her other abilities, there are special rounds and fusion reactors dropping in the Remnant of Agna Desert. Either of these missions are okay to farm, they're relatively slow though. Now, moving on to our non-attribute Descendants like Ajax and Kyle, We've got a ton of good reactors in store. Tech General rounds and Tech Special rounds are both dropping this week. Secret Garden, Thunder Cage, Enduring Legacy, and all those kind of guns are all perfect to grind out now. The repository in the Sterile Lands is dropping the general rounds versions, and there's plenty of good missions here to farm too. Most of them are quick and easy to get through with decent enemy density. The Vermilion Waste in the Agna Desert is dropping the special rounds variant, again with a whole range of good missions to farm, although I prefer Rock Cave Base. Now, finally, Yujin has a great reactor on rotation this week, with general rounds and singular being on rotation in the Moonlight Lake of Vespers region. This reactor is pretty perfect for Yujin's healing builds for his first and third abilities. Lakeside is arguably the best mission to farm here, and a few other good options being available. Okay, so that's everything you need to know about the rotation this week. Let me know how you think Season 1 is going so far in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. To be sure you don't miss any information on reactor farming going forward, or if you just want to support what we're doing, don't forget to like and subscribe.